fake gun. I like using a real one, but it kind of freaks people out when I do. You know, I obviously clear it when I do this. This one I don't have to clear because you can hear. I got a microphone on. You can hear the you can defend yourself with the right kind of timing and the right speed, the right mindset, because I do it, and then you can see that the gun moves away from me, or I have it in my hands before he can click, because it takes the brain, in order to pull a trigger, even if you have your hand on the trigger, the brain has to send a signal. The brain has to say, okay, I'm going to pull a trigger. And there is a precise timing. Scientists have proven that, of what the delay is, but I forget what the delay time is. But it's enough to, it's kind of like the Matrix things, which I always thought was pretty cool. I mean, if you watch the first Matrix and they shot the gun and went, no, 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 and the guy gets out of the way of the bullet. I mean, that was ridiculous. But having said that, there was some truth to that if you could do it, if you could time it. If you know the guy, you'd have to know the guy's going to shoot, because you'd have to move before he shoots the bullet, just like that. So it can be done. Not that I want to try that, nor would I even with 45 years of training, I'm not going there. Okay, now, again, from here, if I thought my life was in danger, and they were holding the gun like this, okay? And Jeff is holding that gun properly, but most people aren't going to do that. Most shooters, if you watch any of the films, they're going to have one hand on that gun, and they're going to have one hand free. They're not going to be like, this is where you know what you're doing. This is where you know. I'm looking at the camera again, Rick. I mean, at the film. Okay, this is where you know what you're doing when you hold it like this. Most people are going to hold it like this, or they're going to come in with one hand. I haven't seen any films where they're coming in like this, other than law enforcement people or people that know how to handle a gun. So we're going to go with one hand. Okay, so. Okay, so at this distance, this is really, I'm going to make sure I'm in the camera. At this distance, okay, I can't reach the gun. Now, this is a decision, and again, timing has to be of essence, and you got a split second. So I would say, I would act like I'm really upset, which I am, and really scared, and I would say, oh, just take my wallet. I don't want any trouble. Just take my wallet. Now, this is a decision that has to be made if you really think someone's going to get shot, or somebody already has been shot, and your life is really, really in danger, because I have no weapon here. So I would take this out, and I would let him go and take this. Then I would be right here. Okay, that would be my moment. And again, that's very dangerous. Okay, you have a split-second timing. I've been doing this a long time, obviously, as you can see. All right, but I would say I would do this, and I would take my wallet, and I would say, here, please take my money. As you take the wallet, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do this. And now I step back, and I'm going to not shoot the man. Why? Because I'm going to jail. He hasn't got the weapon in his hand. I have the weapon in my hand. There's no reason for me to shoot him. Okay, unless another weapon appears. Now, let me show you what I did. All right, this is what I did. And these are so many things you have to think about. You have to be around your surroundings, because the thing is, with martial arts, you drop your body weight and you hit to use your body weight. It's just the opposite when you're going for a weapon. Totally the opposite, because I don't want to telegraph. So if I move my body a little bit, okay, I can do that, but most people can't be that quick. So what you want to do, and again, this takes training, is you're totally relaxed, and I don't move my body, just my hands. Okay, I take the gun, now, not from here, because now I'm just shoulder. Okay, his finger's in the trigger normally, and Jeff takes his finger out, because one, that's how he's trained. You don't put your finger in the trigger unless you're going to shoot, but the shooter is going to have his finger. Oh, you can take it out, Jeff, because I don't want to break your finger. Is here, you take both hands, and now you have to step in and push this down. Okay, and now I own the gun. Why don't I want to do it from here? Because he's got a grip. Put your finger in now. He's got a grip on that. He has a grip on that. Okay, so one hand, unless you're really strong from a distance, you know, just like the martial arts system, you have to be in close. I've got this little hole out of the way of me. I'm going to grab both hands and then let go, because I don't want to hurt your finger, and I'm going to turn in. And that will break his finger. It really hurt his finger. He releases. He has to release. This is steel in here. The other thing you have to realize is this. Okay, you have to know what your surroundings are. What are your surroundings? Your surroundings are, okay, what are the chances if I do this? If there's other people in the room, which there were in those active shooter situations in Connecticut and the Midwest. Okay, so now I've done this. I'm successful. Chances are that's going to go off. And now somebody else has been shot. Situation. Now, I don't think you'll go to jail for that, but again, do we want to shoot an innocent bystander? So again, you have to be aware of it, because you can do this or you can do this. Okay, there's two ways to do this. This, if there's nobody in this area, I would do, okay, because it's easier to do this than it is to do this. I mean, in terms, I'm going to get there quicker, okay? But if there's nobody behind me, I'm going to go here. And what I did was I put both hands in and I push straight. I don't go like this. I come straight down, and that's the release. I'll step back, and I'll order this guy. Okay, Jeff, you can stand up. You don't have to go down either. What I will do at this point is I will very loudly tell people, call 911, and I will tell him to get on the ground, spread his legs, and spread his arms. I don't want him standing. I don't know if he has another weapon. And I would hold that weapon there until law enforcement shows up. Do not shoot the guy. You have the weapon. You have the weapon. My time is up. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, I hope I didn't offend anybody, and I hope this was informational. This is Jeff Scrocky. I'm Steve DeMasco. Thank you for joining us.
Hey!